we changed a few things about it, and then it turned like off the charts good. This is a pale ale on steroids from outer space. That's what I would say this is. But like I said, don't just drink the whole thing. You're gonna think that you can just drink this, but it's not for, it's for sipping, okay? Okay, so.
It's really good.
Yeah. Hey guys, welcome to the Coffee Snob, Coffee Life Unfiltered podcast. I'm your host, Lance. This is your host, Chelsea. We are here today to talk about creativity, really creativity kind of in menu items, creativity in the cafe, how we come up with new stuff, and then also share some new stuff that we came up with and products that we carry in the shop.
Yeah, we really want to foster creativity because we're creative people and it's fun. And so we wanted to create a place where our baristas, where our staff can be creative and inventive and bring their ideas. But at the same time, we've seen that, you know, we want to keep the overall atmosphere of our store, the quality and the style of things we carry. We want to keep that the same. And so recently we've had to just come up with some protocols and systems. And I think this is something that we are really learning as a mom and pop venue. We're just mom and pop. And we kind of feel like we're moving into these areas where we need systems. Yeah. And so the learning curve has been steep for us because we're just like, well, if Lance likes it, that's it. Yeah. Lance likes it. This is all stuff Lance likes. And that's great because he has a really great taster and he likes to bring really high quality stuff. But we are wanting also our people our employees to participate in that too. And so we've had to try to come up with some parameters to rein it in because we don't want a lot of sugar and junk and bad ingredients. And
so we have some pretty strict like tasting guidelines that we go by. And so we want our people to go along with those. So really, like, if you allow your baristas just to go just crazy creative, because a lot of them are super creative, and that's what we want to tap into, but they can go overboard creative where they're using $75 worth of products to make one drink, and all of a sudden, like, the cost of goods sold is way too high even to sell the thing, and that's all on your time while they're getting paid in your cafe. And they didn't do any of the stuff that they were supposed to in the meantime. So
they didn't sweep. They didn't mop.
They were
making a new drink.
You can really run into issues with this. But at the same time, it's super important that we don't choke out the creativity in our baristas because of the bottom line. That we let them take ownership of the cafes. That's why you have things like secret menus. That's why you have things like, well, when so-and-so makes the drink, it's really, really good. And when so-and-so makes a drink, it's just good. You know, it's normal. And it's because they let their creativity come out in everything that they do. And I tell them, like, hey, take ownership of everything that you do. If you're going to drink a drink at my store, you know, they get one drink every shift. I say, that's fine, but you have to rotate yourself through the menu to try everything. And then once they try everything, they find out how they like everything. And then they get creative and they say, well, what if I added this to that? Or what if I brought in this other ingredient and tried it? It's kind
of like fun. With music and everything else. It's like once you know the rules, you can break them.
Yeah.
And that's good. And so we're still working through this system, but one of the things that we have come up with is just this little simple flow chart of how how you can get a recipe on the menu, right? Because a secret menu, or I want the Shelly drink, or I want the whatever, that's fine. Make it. But there is something for it to like star on our menu. We want it to have gone through some vetting.
And there's been some gold that we've got, like some bestseller gold that we've got from our baristas. Say like one of them came up with the cinnamon roll muffin, and it was amazing. You know, it's a muffin. Yeah. We already have the recipe for the muffin batter. We're already making muffins. We've got all the same ingredients already in the store. We're using it for other stuff. And he took ingredients that we already had, made something new, put it in a muffin, and it was like, boom, it was amazing. Yeah. Say like the churro latte. Sarah came up with that one a long time ago. You know, did some digging, you know, what do I want in this drink? What ingredients do we already carry in the store, which is really important because you're not logistically getting more things and having to store them and having to measure them. And so she took things that we already had, made something new, and it was incredible. Now it's on our house specialties menu, you know? Yeah. So it's really important that you're letting your baristas go there, but something like a flow chart and a how-to, like these are the rules surrounding that. Just kind of give your baristas some guidelines to go by so they're not just going crazy and then you have to come down on them, you know, for being creative in the end, and then they're discouraged and so they don't want to do it anymore.
Yeah. So we kind of have some guidelines for managers because in our flow chart for experimentation, a lot of it is up to our manager's discretion. And then it gets kind of tested at the very end. If it's passed all the tests with the manager, then it would get tested at the very end by us. Yeah. Because this is our store, and we want to share with you things that we like. And if we don't like it, we don't want to share it. And so for our managers, we tell them to keep an eye on the costs.
Yep.
That's a big thing. And so...
especially if it's a food item, you know, we want to make sure that, you know, they stay the same. So we charge one price for a muffin.
Right.
We don't want to logistically have to charge another price for a different muffin right now. And so we just keep all the prices the same. It's easy, but if one muffin, you know, costs the price that we sell it for, then...
we didn't make any money.
We didn't make any money.
And they put all that work.
So we can't do that.
And we used all those ingredients.
Mm-hmm.
And so managers have to look at the cost. They need to look at if it's in the realm of what we already carry. If we aren't carrying croissants, we don't need to make a croissant. You know, if it's a muffin and it's something, that's something we already carry, or a cookie or a scone, like that's something that we can do and we want to do because we don't want to get so many items that we don't have a place even to display them.
Yeah.
So it needs to be in the realm of what we already carry. Another thing that we look for is quality. So we want good ingredients, fresh ingredients. And, you know, even when you get a regularly sweetened drink at our store, it's definitely not your chain coffee shop sweet. Yeah. It's not. Our regular sweet would be like half sweet at, say, Starbucks, as far as taste goes.
And it's just because what we like. But say like... so we had a customer requesting a different kind of cheesecake than what we normally make here. And so my mom, the person who makes all the cheesecakes pretty much...
she's amazing.
You know, she's trying to come up with this recipe. She kind of comes up with something pretty close. But then the first thing she knows to do is, okay, before the stamp of approval goes out, I call Lance. Oh, check it out. I call Lance. I get this checked by him to make sure that everything's cool. So... she came, she let me try the cheesecake. I said it's pretty good, but the balance needs to be a little different. So we changed a few things about it, and then it turned like off the charts good.
It needed an acid.
It just needed a little change. It was something like a drizzle over the top or something that we came up with. But it was like it made it go from here like to up here. And I want everything that we carry to be in the clouds good. Like excitingly good. And so that's why I'm really strict about, okay, if it makes the menu, it's got to be off the charts good. If it's just something that a customer wants that they're kind of requesting, that we're not going to sell on the regular, then, you know, I kind of give them a little bit more reins on that. But yeah, having like, say, a chart in place, or like something for your managers to know, something for your baristas to know, it's really important when it comes to creativity, just to keep things in the realm of reality. So that's why we came up with that. We just wanted to share that with you. Speaking about the realm of reality, this is a new beer that we just got at the store that I just wanted to try. This is like kind of like a off the charts IPA. So this is Dogfish Head. They have a 60-minute IPA. They have a 90-minute Imperial IPA, and then they have a 120-minute, like, I don't know. They call it an Imperial India Pale Ale, but this is like beyond that. This is like 15.5% alcohol. This is like a wine. So we're gonna try this. This has been the hops have been boiled and slowly added into this beer for 120 minutes. So 2 hours straight. And it is just one of the most phenomenal beers that I've ever tried. And I wanted to share it with Chelsea. I wanted to share a little bit with Jared, camera guy. I don't know if he's much of a beer guy, but yeah, this thing is like, it's off the charts. So one thing with hops is that hops have a really, really strong citrus characteristic to them, and they're all really unique. This has, I believe, is Centennial hops. It doesn't really say, but I think it's Centennial hops that are continually added to this for 2 hours straight. And so one of the cool parts about this beer is when these guys, before they had Dogfish Head Brewery, they were like, I think they were in their basement or in their garage or something, and they were playing this game a long time ago. They used to have these little football games that you had these little sticks that you would move the guys back and forth, and when I think every so often, it was like every 10 minutes or every 5 minutes, the board would vibrate a little bit. And so what these guys came up with is they had their wort boiling here for their beer, and then they like rigged this board that would shake every 5 minutes with their hops all over the top of it. And then every 5 minutes, it would shake a little bit of hops off into it, and then they just went and hung out for 2 hours while their beer boiled. So this is a 120-minute IPA. It's like the king of IPAs, pretty much, or almost. But yeah, it's really good. So what are you guys smelling? Yeah, it's amazing. It's almost like
it smells good.
It's the hops.
It's like a candle, but not like a candle.
Oh, this is so good. So it's like a citrus orange. It's like orange. It's like orange juice with more of like the orange oil in it.
Well, a little lemony too.
The smell is really floral, like super citrus. So this is a pale ale, like on steroids from outer space. That's what I would say this is.
Riding a rainbow. What?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
Oh my God.
So you notice that it's really bitter, but it's really sweet, and it's got a ton of flavor to it.
Kind of boozy.
It's really boozy. It has almost 16% alcohol.
That's good though. It's not bitter.
You only drink about a half one of these, and then you hang it up.
Hang it up, folks.
Hang it up. Don't drink too much.
No one to walk
man.
Away.
Yeah. Don't
This
be that guy.
is actually really good. I don't like IPAs.
It's phenomenal. Yeah.
I was like,
that's why I want.
IPA.
That's why I wanted to pull this one out instead of
something else.
This stuff is like $10 a bottle though, so it's not like your everyday.
A bottle?
It's $10 a bottle,
folks.
So yeah, it's just a little something special that I wanted to carry. That's not in the realm.
Smells good.
It's not in the realm of reality. But the cool part about these beers is
the realm of reality.
If you wanted to carry these, say you had like a liquor license and you wanted to carry these, you could just put them in the refrigerator and leave them there. If they stay there for 10 years, that's better because they actually age. The alcohol content in these are so high that they don't go bad, they just get better with age. So this is one of the beers that I'll actually age in a refrigerator those and like Imperial Stouts and some of the other ones.
Sometimes my dad comes over
age.
and I accidentally give him beers that Lance is aging.
That has happened before, yeah. So
I'm like, I don't know, just that one.
So I had a 5-year-old Zoko Vesa from Stone Brewery, and I had 2 of them. And her dad came over and was like, hey, I want a beer. And she was like, he's got some beer out in the outdoor fridge. And he went and he grabbed one of those. And he drank it, and I'm sure he didn't even like it. It's like a cinnamon
He loved
chocolate
it was you shared
stout.
with him.
Well, I'm glad if he liked it, but I'm sure he drank like this much of it. And he was like, "What is this insane? Like, this is not Modelo,
Do you forgive me?
Mm-hmm. Yes, I do. So
I'm sorry.
this is absolutely great. Like, I wish you could try this. If you ever get a chance to grab one of these 120-minute IPAs, check it out. We've got them.
Really good.
We've got them here at the store. But like I said, don't just drink the whole thing. You're going to think that you can just drink this, but it's not. It's not for. It's for sipping. Okay. Okay. So
it's really good.
Yeah.
I don't like IPA.
Yeah, so we were picking out beers just a second ago. I said, hey, do you want to taste this like Paloma-style beer? It's like this cocktail. Or do you want to try the Dogfish 120 IPA? And she was like,
Not the IPA.
Not the IPA. I don't like IPAs. And then I was like, okay. So I started to bring it over here, and I was like, what am I doing? Like, go get the IPA, Lance. So, yeah. It's so good. Anyway.
That's why you're the boss.
Wanted to share that. But this is a great example of like a product that I wanted to carry because it's exciting, because it's different, and because like I can share it with people and really change the way they look at IPAs, change the way they look at
really
beer,
good.
because this is off the charts, so super exciting. And then we've got another like drink that we're gonna make. So you see all this stuff around here. This is a new drink that we came up with, just something that's I guess in the realm of creativity, but I get to break the rules because I'm the boss. So this is my drink. I'm bringing in new ingredients and everything to make this, but this is going to be one that's at the new shop, and so you can get this at King Coffee, or I say gonna be. I guess when this comes out, it's already at the new shop.
Is it? Is that possible?
This is a drink
open.
This is a drink that's at the new shop, King Coffee, on the square in Stephenville. So we're gonna whip this one up. It's the trippiest drink you ever saw. But the coolest thing about it is that it's actually really good for you. That was really important to me too when I'm making up good drinks. That they're not only tasting good, but they're good for my customer, and that I'm treating them right as well, and that I'm using good quality ingredients. So we've got 2 things going into this that's actually the new ingredients. And one is this brand new matcha that we're carrying. It's not sweetened. It's just for like matcha shots and, just making like green tea. You can just make a cup of green tea with it. It's actually really good. And then the other one is butterfly pea powder. So it turns your drink like super blue, but then when you add acid, it makes it really special. Show that.
The pea is PEA. It's
Butterfly
a flower.
PEA flower powder. So they
like
actually
a pea plant.
Yeah.
And this is the flower.
Yeah. So they
not butterfly.
These peas grow wild in Thailand, and they go through and they harvest these, in the mountains, in the wild, and then they'll get all the flower petals, they dry them out, and then they grind them into this amazing like purple powder that turns drinks blue, and it has like this like really unique like nutty roasted nut flavor. So it's really good. It adds a lot to the drink as well. So let's whip one of these up. I'm also going to need a little syrup, so I'll go grab that too.
Matcha smells so good, so fresh. We've been really getting into matcha lately. Our whole family, kids, everyone loves matcha. It's healthy for you.
Whoa, spit a little. Okay, got a little syrup. That's good. Spill a little on the floor. That's not good. Okay, so we're going to whip this up right quick. Really important with matcha that you don't go too hot with the water. So I've got a little water here. It was about 170 when I put it in. It probably is about 160 now, which is good. Ooh, okay. So I'm going to get a little scoop of this. I want to put just a couple of grams. Actually, I'm going to start with the butterfly pea powder. You're going to love this.
Do you need ice?
Yeah, I'll need ice here in just a sec. So this stuff, check it out. It's just purple as can be, but it's just ground flower petals. So this is another thing that I'm like super excited about. Like, and I say that because, you know, I get to break the rules because I'm the boss. This stuff's like stupid expensive, and it's not something that we carry. So yeah, but it's fun enough to where, you know, I want to break the rules a bit. Okay, so we're gonna add a little water to this.
Cooking with Lance.
Yeah, I feel like Rachel Ray right now.
If only we were that cool. Emerald. Bam.
Yeah, Emerald's awesome.
He is awesome.
Thought I grabbed some water too, but I didn't.
Fun fact about Emerald. He's half Portuguese, like me. I'm Portuguese. And half Cajun, like Lance. So our children could be the next Emerald.
Yeah.
Genetically.
They've got all the genetics. Okay, so we've got some blue liquid going in there. This feels like Star Wars weirdness. Ooh,
what did you say you needed? You want me to get it?
I got a little water right here. Whoa. That's probably good. We're going to add a little water to that. But you see that beautiful, like, purpley blue? Look at that. Okay, so this is one of the most exciting parts about this is that the color is just amazing in this drink. It's super interesting. Okay, now we're going to add a little ice. I'm trying to get all this right.
Don't mess up.
So then you, like, fill it with ice pretty much. There we go. Okay, so this is the really cool part about it too. So when you add the lemon, it actually changes the color of the drink wherever the citric acid hits it, because it has a chemical reaction. So butterfly pea powder is actually really good for your brain function too. It's supposed to like enhance your memory, but it can give you like vivid dreams, which is kind of weird. So
I always have vivid dreams.
So don't eat too much of it, or you might get like freaked out, or you know, you might change your life because of Inception.
Stop.
Something. Okay, so we've got that like turning purple on us. So this is a drink that we'll make like right in front of customers. We want them to see this process because it's the funnest part about it. So then I'm going to add some of this matcha. Set that over there. And then I'm just going to whip up a little matcha shot. Start a little cute bamboo whisk. Our matcha set.
It's not cute.
That we got on Amazon.
It's traditional and professional and
yeah,
ceremonial.
Yeah. It's Instagram worthy. So you want to like whip this stuff into a froth. And yeah, it's looking really frothy and green like grass. So we got the blue, we got the purple, and we're going to slowly add that over the top. Yes, I don't even have a name for this thing yet, but it looks really cool.
Maybe they could help us name it.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea.
If you have a name for this drink, comment below.
Although by the time this comes out, we might already have a name for it.
We might not.
You're right.
Might not.
So give it a shot. So this is the new drink that we came up with. The butterfly pea powder on the bottom, then the lemon makes the purple, and then the matcha is nice and green on the top. And not only does it look amazing, and not only is it amazing for you, like matcha is like a superfood, but it tastes really good too, and it tastes really unique. Like there's this nice, like, buttery, creamy, like, nutty flavor of this part, and then this brings, like, a nice acid to balance that out. And then you've got the umami of the green tea with all, like, the grassiness of it. It's really good. So, yeah, come check this one out. This is a King Coffee exclusive. I don't know if we're going to carry this at the other stores because we got too much logistics going on here, but we're going to carry it there.
Because he broke the rules.
See, that's what happens when you break the rules. You get your hands tied. So, anyway.
Okay. It's fun.
So, yeah, come check this guy out at King Coffee on the square in Stephenville. Come visit us at Lincolnville Country Store, Blackjack's in Dublin. We are just here being creative. We want to share all the cool stuff with you. So, hey, if you're in the area, come see us. And if not, check us out on YouTube. Check us out on Facebook. These videos are popping up all over the place now. So, yeah.
And we want you to know that you can foster creativity in your store. And it doesn't have to break the bank, and it doesn't have to put you out. Just put some systems in place and create a culture that matches your own.
Yeah.
So that your employees, your baristas can hit a home run, because that feels good, and it's good for the store.
Okay. Hey, thank y'all for watching the podcast. We'll see you next time.